Bam, we're live. Good morning. Corey, good morning. Nice to see you. Corey says, this will be my last live for a while. I start a new job on Monday that unfortunately won't allow me as much time during the day. That's a travesty. That is truly a travesty, Corey. I hope the show is still entertaining and educational for you and brings a lot to your life, even though you won't be listening live. This show has kept me going and been a part of my day since the inception. So I need to send a big thank you to the whole Sevonverse. It's really been a pleasure. Hey, dude, thank you. Good luck with the new job. We'll still be here. And hey, starting March 1st, March 2nd at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, there will be another live show, Sevon Podcast with a man with an accent. So there you go. Marco Calderon, I got 13 out of the 24 burpees scaled at 5 a.m. That must be some sort of score regarding the open. Okay. Good job. Scaled. What did you do that scale? What do you do to scale that workout? Just lighten the load on the dumbbell? I wonder what it is for my age. Is it 50 pounds? Let's see how Sevon did in this workout. Will do. Jessica Valenzuela. Congrats on the new baby. All right. Are people doing it already? It just happened yesterday. It happened yesterday and people are already doing it. I guess 5 a.m. today. Sure, why not? God, at 5 a.m., every breath hurts my back. How do you work out at 5 a.m.? David Weed. Saying stuff you have to read into. Like an 18-year-old premenopausal girl. The White House gave the Epstein files to all the Jewish influencers. You can't make this shit up. Who uses the word influencers? Do you think Drano from Instagram is an influencer? That's what you'd call that guy? What are you, 13? Yes, people are doing it unless they're 55. Oh, got it. Okay. I got 12 out of the 24 burpees. So what do you guys saying? So there's the 3-round, 6-round, 9-round, 12-round, 15-round, 18-round, 21-round. Jeez. 24. Wow. Holy cow. Good job. This is a great workout for Sevon. Yeah, I think this might be good for me. I am just not sure. I'm not sure. Yesterday I just fooled around a little bit with a 25-pound dumbbell, and it felt fine. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to hang clean a 50-pound dumbbell. I don't know what's going to happen on my back. I gotta see what's going to happen. Sevon, some crazies take a day of work for the open. Oh, no shit. Like taking the day off after the open. Wow. Take a day off of your real job, your money job to do the open. Wow, crazy. Isn't Hatfield great? Did you see the post Hiller made? God, Hatfield's such a G. Hatfield is such a G. Let me see if I can Instagram. Let me see if I can pull this. Hiller made a post showing that some of his reps were questionable. I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Hiller fit. He showed 8 or 9 reps in detail. Here we go. So he's like, no extension of the elbow, dumbbell lowers before knees extend. Just picking poor Hatfield up. And look what look what Hatfield writes in the comments. This wasn't me. 811 likes. Not I'm blocking you, Andrew. Not fuck you. Not hey, it wasn't me. That's not me. That's not Austin Hatfield. Dude, do you guys see this? I mean, how do you not just love Hatfield for that response? And then Froning's here in the comments. Do I win? The good old days. It's the good old days. Man, I wish I had a mouse. I'm using a trackpad. Usually I bring a mouse with me. Man, I hate this trackpad. I don't have the finger dexterity using a trackpad. If you missed it yesterday, you missed something really great. I wonder if it's as great as for everyone, like for people who weren't around during the Froning era. It was something else to see Rich out there. Just think about what this guy did. So this guy starts off basically like what? Just like the rest of us, finds CrossFit online, starts doing it at a Globo gym, shit like that. Eventually starts competing, wins a few competitions, builds a gym, lets us make a movie about him, continues to win, builds a bigger gym, keeps giving back to the community, goes team, probably makes team cool. I mean, no one even talks about what the implications are that he makes team. When's the last time Rich competed individually? Does anyone know off the top of their head? What was it, 15, 16, 17? When was that? When's the last time he competed individually? It's just wild. And then it is really the last time 2016, Jonathan says. Judy adopts a bunch of kids, has an open house where people can come work out, starts his own programming. I mean, it is just think about that. That gym where all this is going on, he earned that money, he built it and brought the event to him. And then 8 years since he competed as an individual, he goes out there, lets him announce it with 100,000 people watching. Those are like CNN numbers. Takes off his shirt, lowers his pants. He's got the American Rocky Balboa shorts on. Body looks the best it's ever looked. And proceeds to put the smack down. It's 2014. It's nuts. Just steady, right? Just steady, just chilling. Yeah, the Mayhem Empire. Yeah, it really is the Mayhem Empire. It's crazy. And what's crazy is those other three other savages, Haley, Roman, and Austin, those are his athletes. The only reason why Ben won in 2015 was because Rich wasn't there. I don't know about that, but but that lets me know that 2014 was so it's been 11 years since he competed as an individual, and he goes out there and arguably you could say he won the event. I mean, there's definitely an argument for it. We're pretty lucky. We're pretty damn lucky. I'd be curious what the new guys' take is on it. I'd be curious what Dallin and James and those guys, when they see this, if they're like, holy shit. I mean, Froning is the complete package. He's everything. He was on the seminar staff. I mean, what hasn't he done? Whitney Davis, so proud to be a part of Mayhem. Yeah. Kyle, CrossFit Mayhem is CrossFit HQ. It's man, it's definitely special. It's definitely special. I'd be curious if Rich changed his training at all, knowing that he might be doing this. Hold on. I have to do my morning setup of the phone. Hey, caller, what's up? Hey, good morning. Caller? No caller? Hey.
What up, dog?
What's up, man?
Hey,
Are you already home?
Rich,
Are you all?
yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta edit this video for Hatfield.
Oh, awesome.
Dude, yeah, you're talking about Rich, dude. We went to his barn yesterday or the day before yesterday.
That's the one that's across, like on his property at his house.
Yeah. Yeah, we went on Wednesday and Thursday. Dude, this dude, we showed up at 9 a.m. This dude is biking and before the open announcement. He's doing like
That's what I heard. I heard he
rounds
worked out. That's what I heard. I heard he worked out before the open.
Yeah. Yeah, he was working out before the open. And but yeah, dude, he's so cool. We were sitting there talking, and he was like, "Yeah, I told Dave I wasn't gonna do it if it's stupid movements." And then he goes, "Ah, fuck! I suffered for 9 hours on a stupid bike. I can suffer for 10 minutes. Fuck it, I'll do it."
Hey, man, the workout was perfect for him.
Yeah, and then the day before, he beat Hatfield in another big workout by like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, and what a class act Hatfield is too, dude. Just the way he handled Hiller like that.
Oh yeah, dude. We were joking about it. He was like, dude, my biceps is just too big. I don't know what to tell you, Hiller.
God, he's so cool. I mean, what a lesson there. Hey, you know, other people would have yelled at him or blocked him or told their agents or handled it differently. And he's just like, that wasn't me.
Yeah, no, I mean, even his agent, we were sitting there talking. He's like, dude, fuck it. You leaned into it. Now people won't see that you're a fucking pussy and you're about this shit.
So. Yeah, no one's gonna say shit to him. And hey, here's the thing: if anyone does say shit to him, there's fucking 800 people who like to comment who will ass pound him. He's building his own army.
Yeah, I mean, he leans into it, dude. He talks mad shit. Some people ask me, he's like, dude, Hatfield just does crazy jokes. And like yesterday was telling you about your mom jokes.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, don't say that.
Hey, didn't he? Like, I heard he said that in the post. I heard he said it in the post interview, or they did some after show, and he said something about feeding meat to someone's mom.
Dude, yeah, your mom jokes every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes, something about your mom.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Nonstop. It's nonstop.
Yeah,
it's nonstop, dude.
He says he pisses excellence in the post interview. I mean, he's solid, dude.
Yeah, dude. I was talking to Rich Froning. I asked him a question. I was like, "Yo, if you could mentor anybody, or be your prospect, like you can, I'm gonna raise this person from nothing to be a great athlete in CrossFit." He's like, "Dude, I take Hatfield any day." And he's like, "He fits with us. He's like family here. He completely embodies what mayhem is." He's like, he's funny as fuck. So,
yeah, you know why I like him too? It's because there's this stereotype of the Bible thumper, and he's clearly a Bible thumper, and yet he doesn't fit the stereotype.
Well, his brother's a pastor, I think.
No shit.
Yeah, his older brother's a pastor. He was up here.
Wow. Hey, was his brother all crazy fit like him?
No, I mean, he's not like fat or anything. He's just a normal dude.
Yeah. Just like me, just a normal dude.
Crazy.
Did he look like me?
Just a normal dude, yeah. He's shaped just like Austin, like a fucking iPhone. Just broad shoulder. Just broad shouldered, thick.
Yeah. Augusta says he's more of a bunny thumper than a Bible thumper.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, he's getting rid of the bunnies, so I don't know what he's gonna be now.
Hey, how many people were there? I'm hearing someone told me 600, someone else told me 400, but I know people aren't really good with numbers like that. I know people are like stupid because I'll be somewhere and I'll be like, there's 1,000 people here, and someone else is like 200. I'm like, dude, and I just point. I'm like, look, there's 200 people right there. Are you stupid?
Nah, dude, it was packed. But when I was sitting in the back, whenever you guys were on the podcast, they were counting the numbers for the signups to show up because you have to reserve a ticket. I think it was free, but and the girl was like, "Hey, we just broke 400," and that was when you guys were on the podcast.
Okay, and then there were at least 200 other people. Well, for sure, at least another 100 people there, meaning people like you or
Yeah.
Rich or the other camera
Yeah.
people and the workers. Okay, so
Yeah,
minimum 500.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because the girl was like, "Hey," she was screaming numbers out to whoever was like
And kids
managing
probably,
all
and
that
people were
shit.
probably bringing their kids in who weren't signed up. There were probably 50 kids there that weren't signed up.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of children running around like crazy. And then there were still athletes in the athlete area doing the workout while the announcement was going on.
Hey, I heard some stories that Rory was nervous, and it's crazy. I mean, who blames him? I'm nervous every morning when I start the show, but dude, Rory's like, we need Rory back to do all the game shit. What I mean,
Dude, he looked so good.
and he, just everything he says, he's as good or better than anyone I've seen on TV. He's so incredible. He brought so much to it.
I think people were saying he was nervous because he was on the floor like an hour or two prior, practicing his lines and like practicing and like rehearsing. He was like anytime I saw him, he was rehearsing stuff and like going over, and then he was on the floor with like while everybody was gone, he was on the floor with the mic and like going back and forth like practicing. So maybe that's why.
He was great. Hey,
Yeah, and
I
dude,
did hear that
Chase
Froning.
looks so
I
good,
heard.
dude.
I did hear that Froning was snorting lines before the event.
What gave you that idea?
Caffeine, Chick-fil-A, maybe.
I did have Chick-fil-A. Roman was appalled. We were in the back. We were in the athlete area warming up, or everybody's warming up. I'm kind of just there. And Roman, I had some Chick-fil-A. That's just what like game time, baby. And he was appalled. He said, "You're gonna eat chicken nuggets before this event?"
Chick-fil-A, dude.
Like it was some kind of like sin.
Yeah, there's Chick-fil-A freaking rappers everywhere.
Awesome.
Everywhere.
All right, Jonathan. Thank you.
All right, dude.
Hey, later.
See you later, man.
Crazy Rich. Thank you so much, dude. That was awesome, dude.
It was fun. It was a good time. About 10 minutes in, I deeply regretted my decision. The first little bit, when I'm getting my butt waxed, I heard some just instead of like cheers, like, "Hey, you got this." It was like, "Thanks for doing this." Like it was awesome. I was like, wow, I've hit the pinnacle of being just old.
Hey, the media did a great job too, because you know what they did?
Oh man,
is
my media team is the best.
Was it your media team that was in charge of streaming that?
We were not in charge of streaming it, but that there was like a 3-minute-ish clip that was basically just Rich Froning propaganda.
Yes.
Scott put that together with Rory talking. Like CrossFit was like, "Hey, we need about a 2-minute or like it was a 1.5-minute filler." Scott's like, "Cool, here's a 3-minute filler." In like he did it in like 4 hours or something. It was impressive. So,
dude, that thing was amazing.
Having Rothy and that whole group here is just awesome. Like they've been here from the beginning. Man, it just felt old school, cool having Tyson, having Ian in his, barefoot shoes, and like it was awesome.
The promo reel before you guys went out was great. So it was funny because 3, 2, 1, go, and it's all 4 of you. Yep. And then they slowly just cut you and Haley out. And then you were just like, it was like, okay, Rich is now behind, like a half a round or something.
Nah, he's just mailing it in.
And then probably like 10 minutes through, the camera widens back and it's like, oh shit, what's Rich doing over here? And then they brought you back, and it was absolutely savage, dude. And when
it was fun, man. It was a good time.
And you never know how that's going to play, right? I mean, you have to take some risks, the taking the shirt off, the wearing the crazy
I know, I'm like, wow, I look like a jackass. Man, we watched it back last night with the kids because they were at school. And of course, my kids are like, "You didn't win," like dad, like I went down 3 notches in their head. And then I'm looking at myself in those shorts. I'm like, damn, your ass looks huge with those stripes. It made my ass look big.
Hey, dude, you look good, and you should have seen the comments. There were 100,000 people watching, and they were like, "Holy shit!" I mean, Froning looks as good as he's ever looked. It was really special. I was just thinking about just how far you've come. You were driving a piece of shit car when I came out and visited you, living in an apartment.
Ford Focus.
Yeah, working out just wherever you could, whether it was in corporate gyms or just squeezing into the corner at Tennessee Tech.
I still kind of do that.
Build your own gym, build your own affiliate. When's the last time you've competed as an individual?
Would have been kind of the Masters qualifiers a couple years ago, two years ago, I think. I like being on a team. I grew up with team sports, so then when I did that the first time, I was like, man, this is where it's at. It's just more fun. I know people say it's a cop out, it's way less competitive, whatever. I just have a whole lot more fun competing with somebody, suffering for someone else than myself. It's just more fun. So actually, after last night, I was like, maybe I'll try to talk somebody into doing the doubles pairs thing. Like it was pretty fun to do that. So I'm getting back to where I think from years of just bashing my head against the wall and like training through injuries and like making it super stressful to do whatever, like the last year or so, I'm like, all right, hey, like if something hurts today, let's like maybe rehab it a little bit, do some rehab and then get some fitness in somewhere else. And it's funny how that works. I feel body feels pretty good. I mean, there's still some things that I'm like, if a pistol shows up, guess what? You get one on the right and I probably won't do one on the left, So, yeah, man, I'm just enjoying where I'm at fitness wise. It's been fun.
But you haven't actually stepped on the floor in an
No, not
individual
from a live audience with 400 people, 500 people, whatever it was yesterday, and man, it was fun.
So what was your last year you competed in CrossFit as an individual? Was it 10 years ago?
14. I mean, so I did a couple of those open announcements. So yeah, 15-ish, 16-ish, something like that.
Yeah, dude, nuts. Were you nervous?
I mean, yeah, I don't think you ever get rid of those nerves. I wasn't. It's weird. So as I've progressed in my career, like first games, man, like first competition ever, you're nervous months out, right? And so as I've gotten steadily more seasoned, um, the intensity of the nervousness never goes away, but the backfill into it of like, I wasn't nervous until they were like, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. And then you're like, oh man. And then when Roman and Hatfield took off, I was like, yeah, maybe I am old. Maybe like, it was like the Ferris Bueller, like life comes at you fast. I was like, yep, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not still here. And so I was like, all right, like stay with Haley, whatever. And then all of a sudden I saw Roman. He got a no rep or two in there, I think. His burpee started to slow a little bit. And I was like, all right, let's see what happens here. So it was fun.
Could hear that. You knew what happened when you were out there.
I'm always, man, that doesn't go away. That kind of like field presence, knowing what's going on, staying pretty present in what I'm doing, never goes away, right?
So you start and do you have a plan? You're like, hey, I'm just going to stay with these guys, or if I do fall behind, I'm going to keep them in sight. And then at some point, like you're like, nope, I'm going to let them go. And then it turns back around at 10 minutes. You're like, nope, I'm going to chase them down.
There's so much like talk in your head, like, so I start and I'm like, all right, just keep moving, right? They take off and I'm like, all right, yeah, you know what? They're competing with each other. They're individuals. I'm just here, right? And so then I'm like, all right, let's pull Haley along. Let's, give her a push. And then in my head, I'm like, all right, how do I make this thing look like I'm not that out of shape? Like, how do I, I'll just make sure that I keep moving, like you always know, like when people are standing there staring at it, they've either gone out too hard or they're just not there. So I'm like, I can hide your fitness a little bit in this workout by just keep moving. It doesn't have to be fast. And so I'm like, all right, just keep kind of stay at that pace, right? And then all of a sudden, I could kind of feel Roman, like I'm not as far behind him. Austin's kind of staying the same ahead of me. He got out to that huge lead, and then we just he maintained that, maybe grew it a little bit. But Roman, I was like, ooh, I can feel I'm getting a little closer. So I'm like, all right, maybe a little kick here in a little bit. And then at 10 minutes, man, 10, 11 minutes is when that workout hits, right? And you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like at 10, 11 minutes, that's when the regret starts to set in and you're like, you shouldn't have done this, but go to that dark place and finish. So man, it was awesome. Like I'm right there on the edge too. So I can feel the crowd, man. That's the part I miss from competing. I don't miss the build up. I don't miss the rehearsals. I don't miss any of that whatsoever, but I do miss just that, energy from the crowd, the like, man, there's something special about that. It's that you can't replace, right? That's if I could get rid of everything else and then still just every once in a while hop in front of a crowd and feel that energy and like pushes you along, man, it's special. So, and man, that's what the beauty of the open and the like Friday night lights feel and getting that crowd in there. People don't feel that on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, we get it. You know, like if you're the last person in the workout in class, you probably get that a little bit much. But it's man, it's just something special. And you forget about it, right? And when you don't do it for a year, you're like, man, or hell, 5 years for me. You know, I did that Friday night lights last year for the first time in probably, man, 10 years. And I was like, oh, it's pretty fun, you know.
When did you know you were going to do the workout?
When it was announced, you know, like I said I would do it. There was like I told him it was a 90% chance. You know, I actually texting Dave, I was like 50-50, you know, probably a couple months ago. Then I was like, all right, shoulders feeling pretty healthy, knees feeling okay. I'm like 70-30. And then I was like, all right, I'm 90-10, right? And then I woke up yesterday and I'm like, as long as my shoulder's not tweaked and my knees feels pretty good. And of course, like a jackass the day before, I snatched a little bit, not super heavy, but some 225 with some bike intervals. And of course, I wake up and my shoulder was not bad, but it was just like a little tweaky. And so I'm like, of course, you know, months I've felt great. And this morning I wake up, but 3, 2, 1 go happens and it lights up. So yeah, when they announced the workout, contrary to popular belief, I've never once known the workout before it happened. So I didn't know. And so I'm like, you know, if I see pistols or rebounding box jumps, those were pretty much the two no-nos for me. And so when that workout came out, I was like, yeah, let's do it. So
literally when we were there live and you said, and Rory and you were talking about whether you're going to do it, that's when you made the decision?
The final decision per se. So like I'd warmed up in the back on the machine. I think I like rode the bike for a couple minutes, did some jump roping, make sure the calf didn't tweak a little bit, did some calf raises. And then, you know, I did go to like competition mode where I shut down for a minute, start doing my pacing. I don't know, it's a weird thing. I've always just kind of done. I just pace back and forth just to like get my mind right, pray a little bit. You know, just get my head right in case I was going to do it. Then I get out there on the floor and we have to do the pre-show type stuff and back and forth, and then bring me back out, and then the workout's announced, and I'm kind of like looking through it. I'm like, oh, I can do that. Yep, I can do that. I don't want to do that, but I'll do that. And so I was like, yeah, let's do it.
The lunges are okay on your knee?
Oh yeah, lunge is actually probably the one. It's honestly, it's just the like full depth range of motion. I've had to widen out my squat a little bit just to get that knee is just blocked. It's just there's so much scar tissue and no cartilage and probably giant bones, but it's starting to form a little deformality there. You know, probably just from pushing it too much. So, yeah, that's the only thing.
Did Hillary give you any feedback?
No, she was just like, yeah, do what you want to do. She was like, you don't have to do it. You know, multiple people were like, you don't have to do this, you know, like one of the guys that he's a member here, awesome part of the community. He's like, man, if they get out there and you don't want to do that workout, you tell Boz or somebody they should do it. I was like, thanks, you know, I appreciate that. And I was like, man, I think I can suffer, you know, honestly, Leadville put a lot of things in perspective from a suffering standpoint. You know, like we all know at that point in the workout, and years and years of doing those types of things, you know, like the first couple minutes usually don't hurt that bad. And then, you know, there's that point in the workout that you're like, all right, I'm going to have to start suffering. So I'm like, man, I can suffer for 10 to 15 minutes when you've suffered for 9 hours, you know, like puts it all into perspective.
So there's two things going on, right? So it's whether the body can do it, and then it's also like just your ego, right? It's like, hey, I'm going to get in front of the whole community. Everyone knows me as the champ, and I'm going to go out here, and I'm 10 years older than these guys. I haven't been training like these guys, but I'm going to give it my best.
13 years older than some of them, and
13, crazy.
I'm 20 years older than Haley, or whatever. I'm 18 or something.
Wow, you could be Haley's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. And the community, were they just pumped? Were your
that was
all the
special.
clients like, holy cow, we have the open this year?
Yeah, it was special. Yeah, man, everybody here, and it's been cool. Like, you know, there's a couple affiliates within an hour's driving distance that came out. And man, it's just been fun. It's been electric around here. People have been fired up. All of our members are fired up. You know, we've got this, and now it's Mayhem Classic, and people are already just like over. I think we just had a meeting about it. We've got 98 members signed up to volunteer at the Classic. You know, like how awesome is that?
Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't heard one negative thing. Have you heard anything negative? Even one piece of like feedback or negativity?
About the open announcement?
Yeah. I mean, usually there's at least someone who will be critical. I mean, this thing went off without a hitch. This thing was just, I mean, it
Man,
was a fairy tale.
It felt fun. It was fun. You know, like that's what we got to bring it back to is fun. You know, like we've not had fun in a couple of years, right? And so, you know, it's just been so just, I think people just we needed a win, right? And I think we got that last night. I think Austin put on an incredible show, going out and doing that. Roman, Haley, you know, like Haley coming back and like, you know, just being out there and being happy and, you know, like she's come a long way. You know, Roman's such a cool story. It's just, man, it was fun. Had a good time.
Did you know your strategy would be you switched hands every rep?
Yeah, that bastard Austin, he didn't tell me we weren't switching hands, you know, like I knew it was the standard. I just thought that would be kind of the play. I think if I was to go back, I'm not redoing the workout. I would do maybe threes back and forth just because it's faster, right? The cycle rate's faster, especially in the beginning. Maybe towards the end, I would start switching hands every time again. But in the beginning, man, I think that's one, their burpee cycle was so much faster. Man, and it gets to a point in a workout like that, you're like, man, I just don't want to hurt like this, you know? And so they came out hot, and that's the only thing I would probably change on my strategy is maybe stay on the same arm for 3 to 5 reps.
Okay. All right, dude. Hey, man, thanks for coming back on. You the man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Appreciate
so
you guys.
and I can't thank you enough. It really was a win. I haven't heard one negative thing. Everyone's completely stoked.
Man, it was a good time. It felt good. I hope we can keep the momentum going through the open, and then, you know, let's carry it even into the season, right?
Yeah, your success is so well earned, and how much you give back to everyone in the CrossFit space. It's absolutely wonderful. Thanks for being you, man.
Wouldn't be where I'm without, man. I get to do what I love for a living because people like to watch what we did for years. So, only fair that try to give back in some way. Hope I didn't let anybody down on the you know, what happened.
Hey, tell Scott and Rory they absolutely killed it. Scott's video was fantastic.
Everybody too, our whole media team, man. We've got such a cool group of dudes and girls that help behind the scenes as well too. So, man, it's Josh, you know, Josh running the whole thing. Members pitched in. They had the whole thing tore down so the 3 o'clock class could go in the gym.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty awesome. So
yeah.
Yep.
All right, dude. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Cheers.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Rich Froning. All right. There you go. Not even sore, he said. Not even wounded. Yeah, he nailed it, right? Just a win. Just a win. Jake Lockhart, somebody tell Rich to get out of my office. All right, Rich, get out of his office. Yeah, dude. Wow. I'd have never thought in a million years this year's Open would have something that good. I mean, especially, I mean, last year's Open was such a failure. Viewing numbers were great. People were probably glued to their seat. I bet you the minutes watched on that Open were the best for any Open that's ever happened. I bet you people watch that Open from beginning to end. I bet you that doesn't happen too often. I bet you a lot of people, once the workout's announced, they turn it off. Pilot Flying J, same gas station. Yeah. Pilot Cup, you went to a trucking station. You know, drive back and forth to Arizona, Los Angeles. My wife got this. I think she was making tea or something in the car. She needed just hot water, so she got it. And this thing was probably stupid expensive too. So it was just sitting there. I grabbed it. I should have grabbed my Paper Street coffee mug, but I don't want to lose them. I don't want to bring them on the road and lose them. Leave it somewhere. Is it hot in here? I'm sweating. Yeah, maybe turn the heat off or open a door. Or, I don't know. Jody Lynn, Holy cow. Damn, Sevon, good week. Good week of shows, my friend. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I was texting with Tyler Hansen. Is that his name? The fittest flat earther. And he was saying that after being on the show, he's probably going to start getting back into CrossFit. That really made me happy. I was stoked for him. And thank you, Jody. Thank you for the super generous donation. Global warming, that's why you're sweating. The ice wall is melting on the flat earth. One is 25.1, Sevi. I'm getting a 50 pound dumbbell today. We'll see. I have to be able to see if I can even do one of those reps. I am really excited to do the workout. It is those are all movements that I dabble in. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I never dabble in anything hang because of my lower back. I don't ever fuck with hangs. I always take shit off the floor so I can come straight up. But we'll see. No, I'm definitely not live streaming it. I'll record it and post it if I do it, for sure. Carlos, it's a shame Dave had to get out of the spotlight for the snowflakes. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I agree. It was good to see him, though. It was good that they did that clip of him in Amsterdam at the affiliate there. Does anyone know what my weight is on my dumbbell? Is my dumbbell also 50 pounds? Because that's the one. Sarah's bringing me a 50-pound dumbbell today. I'll drag that thing down to the beach and see what happens. Is it 50 pounds? How are you marking distances in the sand? I'm just going to do, I was going to do 6, I was going to do draw a line in the sand with my foot and then do 6 lunges and then draw another line in the sand. Oh, it is 50. 55 plus is 35 pounds. Oh, darn it. All right. It is what it is. It is what it is. What am I going to do, right? I don't think I'm going to scale it. Just do it slow. I could cheat and take each one off the ground. I have no issues with cheating. Okay. Con Porter. A clip from the Buttery Bros. Hanging out with the dude with Down syndrome.
About big boobies.
First, you get big boobies.
Yeah.
If you come first, yeah, I'll take you to strip club. You can see some big boobies. I promise.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
Please tell me you had that rolling the whole time.
The first about big boobies.
This dude wants to see some big boobs.
First, you get big boobies.
Yeah.
If you come first, yeah, I'll take you to strip club. You can see
Con's like, hey, dude, if you win this event, you take it first place, I'll take you to the strip club.
some big boobies. I promise.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
Please tell me you had that rolling the whole time.
The first.
I really need to see the follow-up on that. Is that the Buttery Bros' most recent video? I'm so curious if that dude got first place and if he really took him to the strip club to see the big boobies. Wow. Look at Con doing God's work. He did? That kid did get first place? Did he get first? I mean, going to a strip club with I don't go to strip clubs, but I go to one with Con Porter. It's a good video. Probably got second. Ever since so that's 2 edgy things now from the Buttery Bros. First the Mars heart attack video, and they talk about the vaccine fucking your heart up. And then now this. Something with boobs in it. But we may have turned a corner with the Buttery Bros. Diesel Glow, I thought the Buttery Bros knocked that video out of the park. It was great. Yeah, I mean, they make, I mean, all their shit. I think everything I've watched of theirs is good. Okay. So the reason why I'm going to show you this video is because just think 6 months ago, you could not put this on Instagram. 6 months ago, this post right here would have a warning on it. It's got nothing. 6 months ago, this would never have been allowed on Instagram. 3 months ago. 3 months ago. Kill Taylor should be 25.1. No. What are you talking about? Kill Taylor's on a whole nother league. Listen, Nate, listen. Kill Taylor is so special. The show will be this Saturday. Taylor will do it. Someone will have an opportunity to beat him. But yeah, tell him, Standy. Yeah, Nate. The show, like, we're the cool kids. We're the cool kids. You know what I mean? I mean, we still play with the JV team. We still hang out with them, but we're like totally the cool kids. You know what I mean? We smoke cigarettes. Yeah, Andy already did it. He already did his charity work. Okay, just look at this video. Just imagine how far we've come.
Time machine to August of 2014. That is when Bill Thompson made the admission that the CDC had lied and hid the fact that the MMR vaccine was associated with autism. Talking with Thompson as it unfolded felt like a spy movie. It led me to secretly record phone conversations with Dr. William Thompson, which I did in the state of Oregon because it's illegal to secretly record phone conversations in the state of California. Dr. Thompson freely admitted that he had covered it up, and his associates at the CDC had also covered it up.
Thimerosal causes autism-like features, and that's the way I would say it. I'm completely ashamed of what I did. The higher-ups wanted to do certain things, and I went along with it. Colleen is a center director. Frank is the director of immunization safety, and Marceline is the branch chief. They're still all much more senior than me.
Dr. Julie Gerberding was head of the CDC at the time. Coincidentally, she went on to a lucrative career at Merck, the manufacturer of the MMR vaccine.
I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe we did what we did. But we did.
Back in the time machine.
That Dr. Gerber still, did you see that note? That Dr. Gerber still owns over 100,000 shares in Merck. It's a whole new, man, we are in a whole new era. We are in a whole new era. I would have never dared play that a couple months ago. It's fucking nuts. What a great time to be alive. Let's see if we can get Susan on. We'll find out. I'm Vindicate. I'm asking him. By the way, I think that there's a sale still going at Vindicate, vndk8.com. 25% off. I forget what the code is. Maybe open 25.
You reach Matt. Leave a message back.
I think the sponsor tomorrow, Travis, is an affiliate. I think that there's an affiliate that's sponsoring the show. So we'll Rich is giving, we're taking. That's what the cool kids do. All military branches are clearing out content. Instagram is a new world in 2025, or technically back to where it was before the world lost its mind. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that, Drake? Like they're erasing like the commercials where they're trying to inspire transgender to enter the military? Shit like that. Oh, the sale's over. Ended last night. Oh, all right. Matt's probably coaching. It's amazing to see all the people change their minds and not get called out. I was sick of seeing woke nonsense from my beloved Marine Corps on social media. Yeah, thank God. Thank God it's over. It's just crazy that that was just a few months ago. If you guys don't watch, well, here, let me show you this. Let me show you let me show you where shit's really bad still. This is the guy from the show The Wire. This is a famous actor in the UK. This is how batshit crazy Europe is. I mean, literally batshit crazy. England is fucked. You can't even believe this is real. This is like an SNL skit.
Kitchen knives are perhaps 25% of the knives used in most of the terrible crimes. That's one of the stats in the films. And those kitchen knives are usually a domestic situation. Okay. So kitchen knives, of course, it's very difficult. They're domestic knife. I do think there is areas of innovation that we can do with kitchen knives. I hate to say it, not all kitchen knives need to have a point on them. That sounds like a crazy thing to say, but actually it would reduce. You know, you can still cut your food without the point on the knife, which is an innovative way to sort of look at it. And in a country in crisis, I'm sorry, but yeah, let's look at that. But the truth is, all knives, you know, the loophole on the heritage knives allows the sale of non.
It's just more. Oh, did Matt call back? Sorry, Matt. Matt called back. It's all batshit crazy. It's people just wanting to address the symptoms. It's people just wanting to address the symptoms, not the cause. You think outlawing kitchen knives, more restrictions on people to deal with the crazy people? Oh shit, my phone just turned off while I was calling Matt. Sorry. This is the UK, dude. This is the mind virus. This is how the mind virus works.
Zombie ninja swords to be sold. So while, you know, you've got your granddad's sword on there and you want that, that's fine, of course, but it is leaving a loophole for someone to carry a ninja sword. So let's ban them all. And if you have one of those.
Jake, he said, let's ban them all. Let's ban them all. Yeah, Eaton Beaver, great point. Let's lower the speed limit to 3 miles an hour. Let's lower the speed limit to 3 miles an hour, and all accidents will go away. Great idea. Fucking brilliant idea. Hey, dude.
Hey.
Sorry about that. I'm having phone issues, of course.
Oh yeah.
Hey, do we have a sponsor for Saturday?
I hope so. There's 2 people that were on the hook, and neither of them have gotten back to me. So when I finish coaching, I'll just the gym.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. They're just super into the show, and they watch it every day. I wanted to sponsor just to shout out the gym, but yeah, nobody's official yet.
Okay. Vindicate keeps asking me. Maybe Vindicate wants to sponsor the show.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Keep your eyes open.
And then we would already have the graphics there too, which would be great.
All right. All right. You the man. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. All right. That answers that question. And of course, my phone doesn't work. It says it can't connect. I'd have to reset my Roadcaster. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I'll just hold it ghetto style. I love it when you guys get holier than thou. It's fantastic. Oh, shut it. You have your own show. You can talk all you want. Listen, no knives, dude. No knives. Have you guys lost your fucking mind? No kitchen knives? You want to take the points off of knives?
Knives, get a license for it. Simple as that.
He wants you to get a license if you to have steak knives in your house.
And I think it's a small contribution to society.
That's always the line. It's a small contribution to society. Just get the injection. Just hand over your guns. Just take the points off of your kitchen knives. Anthony Chafee, who's been on this podcast, says, this is an actual campaign in the UK going on, must be 20 years or so. Save a life, turning your knife.
Say, right, I'm going to back that. I'll get a license for my granddad's sword because it is leaving, you know, these kids vulnerable. Kitchen knives.
And the lady's like, yeah. Trump met with that Prime Minister of the UK yesterday. I would love to have been a fly on the wall and hear that. And it is official, by the way. It is illegal to pray in Scotland. It is officially illegal to pray in your home in Scotland. No, it's not, Sevi. No, it's not. Fake news, Sevi. Nope. More insanity from the UK. And this isn't something they want to do. This is something they've done. You're not allowed to pray within 200 meters of an abortion clinic.
You can still pray in Scotland, but if someone sees you, you might be committing a crime.
I should be really clear. Praying in of itself is not an offence under this.
Let me be clear. Praying is not an offense. Praying is not an offense. She's responding to JD Vance. JD Vance addressed all the generals, all the high military people in Europe, in Munich a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey man, you guys are fucking losing your shit. You're taking away the freedoms of all the people." And she's like pushing back. It is not an offense. It is not an offense.
Under this bill, we are not banning prayer under the act.
We are not banning prayer under the act. And she's like laughing like, he's so stupid. Why would he say that? He's so stupid.
Oh, good. They're not banning prayer because Scotland isn't like Afghanistan.
You know, that classic image of prayer. If you're standing at a window so people can see you, then could it be interpreted as an offense?
So if you live within 200 meters of an abortion clinic and you're sitting in your living room, remember, I don't know if you saw my Instagram post yesterday, but I was walking by a guy's house in Newport Beach. I walked by this guy's house, $20 million home. And they're all homes on the beaches. And in his whole front of his house was glass. And I saw him exercising, watching CNN. I videotaped him in his window like a fucking creeper. Ding, ding, ding. And if you were doing that, but if he would have been like this, praying, instead of doing this, if he would have been praying, would that be okay in Scotland?
That then depends on who's passing the window and whether anybody
so he's not
can
wrong, is
actually...
he?
Sir, if you're in Scotland near a clinic, be careful about asking God to bless your breakfast burrito, or you might have to experience that diarrhea in prison, which is the worst place to have diarrhea.
What is happening in Europe? Do kids actually have to do rehearsals of school shooters in the U.S.? Hey, don't be passive aggressive. Don't be passive aggressive. Don't be passive aggressive. Hey, and you know what? You know what you have to. You know what you do, Jake? If you want to stop that, you don't get rid of guns. You just stop doing the rehearsals. That's my point. Kara Smith, Jake, I think some schools do. My kids haven't at theirs, though. Jake, they only do it at the white schools because they don't care if the black kids get killed. That, by the way, Jake, that's just all propaganda. It was the same when I was a kid. They used to have you go under the table in case there was a nuclear attack. And the point of that wasn't to save the kids. The point of that was to scare the kids. It was just part of the anti-nuclear campaign. And so the point isn't like you're not actually going to save someone doing these drills if there's a shooter. It's just to scare kids so that we will ban and outlaw guns. Yeah, just fear. It's just all fear shit. And it works. And it works. It's effective. Yeah, so Scotland. No, it's illegal to pray in Scotland in your own home. You guys know what happened? Did you know that Serena and Venus had a Serena Williams and Venus Williams had another sister? Like not a, I mean, they have stepsisters, but they had a real sister. What happened to Serena and Venus Williams' oldest sister, Utunde Price? Do you guys know that? You guys know what happened to her? Anyone? There she is. She worked with Venus and Serena. She had 3 kids of her own. Sounds like a really great lady. She kind of had a managerial role in Serena and Venus's life. She kept their schedule for them, and she died at diabetes. Great guess. Ritual sacrifice. No. Stephen Miller shot. Yep. Shot in the head while driving. Back of the head. It's kind of a crazy story. It sounds like she was it sounds like the father of her kids and her just switched places in the seat of the car who was going to drive, and she was driving, and yeah, she was shot by the Crips. Another great question: is she a dude now? Maybe. We'll have to ask Tyler about that. The fittest flat earther. But the story in People magazine is that she was shot by the Crips in the back of the head, stray bullet. And guess what dance Serena Williams did at the Super Bowl this year? Anyone know? It's called the Crip Walk. Do you know why it's called the Crip Walk? Yeah. Because it was invented by a bunch of Crips. So here it is. Her sister gets shot in the back of the head by Crips. And then Serena at the Super Bowl does the Crip Walk. I don't know what to make of it. Yeah, the Sea Walk. Thank you. Stefan, can you do the Crip Walk? No, I'd love to learn it, though. That'd be awesome. My sister was shot by the Crips. Now I'm on the biggest stage in the world, and I'm dancing, doing the Crip Walk. When they asked her about it, she says, oh, it's just a dance. It's nothing. She's married to one of the fucking most woke people in the world. Some guy named Armenian guy, Ohanyan. He's the inventor of Reddit. That would have never flown if someone else would have done it. But it's okay because her sister was shot by the Crips. And now she's celebrating on the biggest stage in the world doing the Crip Walk. All right. I'm cool with it. Okay. I didn't realize this until I saw this clip. I don't know how many of you like Robin Williams, but John Woolley hates Robin Williams. Hates him. Fuck, he hates him. The fittest gay, that guy that used to work at HWPO, I think he got fired or something. I think he had a falling out with Fraser or something. But the big fat guy with the mohawk hates Robin Williams. These guys hate Robin Williams. That's what I've deduced that. Allegedly. Hates Robin Williams. It's kind of sad. Robin's a genius. Hates him. Yeah, Trish, that is probably true. His gayness will no longer be marketable at HWPO. Yeah, as soon as Trump was elected, they're like, wow, we're not doing the DEI thing, and you were just a virtue signal hire. I have to assume that's true. with that Todd Medley guy and all the noble guys over there, all those woke fucking racist homophobes, women haters, don't want women to have their own sports.
Didn't you ever do that with your crazy comedy antics? Didn't you go a little too far and regret it?
Wow.
Yeah!
I've had deaf people go, don't do that again.
You just did it. You just did it again. You did it again.
I'll be getting, well, I won't get any calls.
No. See, you did it again.
Yeah. I know this is Robin Williams.
Get off.
Yeah, stop right there.
No, stop it.
Too late now.
Too late now.
And the blind guy's going, what did he do?
Stop it.
Stop it.
Look, the only safe...
Nice to be
Yeah,
here.
stop it. Did you ever...
Just ass pounding everybody. Everyone can get some. Everyone can get some. Wow, his Taylor impression is spot on. Crazy. I think Tyler has a I think Tyler Hansen, the fittest flat earther, had a lookalike for Robin Williams, someone who he thought Robin Williams was. I got into oh, you guys are gonna love this. I got into this with Pat Lang in the DMs the other day. Think about the knife thing. Think about what he said. Remember that guy I just showed you, the black dude from the UK who wants to outlaw knives because 25% of all stabbings in the home are done with steak knives, so he wants to make steak knives illegal. He thinks for some reason that would do it. It's a small contribution you can make to help society.
2 years of documented school shootings in America, conducted by teenagers. Do you know 100% of them were on either an antidepressant or on a barbiturate drug for anxiety? And every one of these antidepressants, including Prozac, Zoloft, Xanax, you name them, all these anti-anxiety drugs and antidepressants, do you know every single one of them are published to increase the risk of suicide behavior and actions, and I quote, lead to violent and homicidal actions. 100% of all school shooters, for the documented 52 years of history, we've been tracking them and studying them, 100% of all the shooters were on drugs that are published and prescribed by your medical doctor, brought to you by CVS and Walgreens and others.
And now you know why it's all white people. Black dudes aren't taking antidepressants. That should be the test. It shouldn't even be like the color of your skin that determines whether you're black or not. If you're not on antidepressants, you're black. The point is that Indris guy, that black guy from the UK, hey dude, you need to look at other correlates. You can't just be like, hey, it's fucking knives. You have to look at other correlates. How much do you want to bet that 90% of those people who used a steak knife to stab someone in their home were on antidepressants? How much you want to bet? Is TRT an antidepressant? No. TRT is the opposite. I mean, it is an antidepressant, but it's not an antidepressant. It doesn't fall in that category. But if you take it for depression, I've heard it does a great job. Is taking away the drugs going to be hard? Will it solve the problem? Will they still find drugs and use them anyway? Seeing the irony in that? I don't know what you're saying, dude. You're saying take away the drugs and the steak knives? Hey, do you know that Jake, none of those drugs have ever cured anyone. There's not a single cure. No one's ever been cured. No one's ever been cured. Pfizer's never cured anybody. I think the best thing you could say is, well, if they weren't on those antidepressants, there'd be twice as many stabbings. I don't believe that, but I mean, there's an argument there. Oh yeah, so look, that's what Pat said too. I think you could make that argument. Yeah, you could make it. I don't believe it. Yahweh, I love you. Yahweh. Hi, Heidi. Yeah, that's my European commercial. It would actually be amazing if we had a crazy woke show on this channel. God, I would love that. That would be fucking amazing. Uh-oh. Is there breaking news? Oh, wow. 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 Oh, my God. This is going to break some of your hearts. I can't wait till that comes out. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, someone let me know if I can talk about that. I don't think I can talk about that, but if I can, and you're listening to the show, someone let me know. Someone let me know. Damn. That sucks. That sucks. I'll give you the big picture. Basically, you know these people that keep going behind our backs and like sending clips and notes to CrossFit HQ. People keep pulling videos from the show and sending them to HQ saying that they shouldn't be affiliated with us. And you see Woolie's on that same train too. You know how he keeps saying anytime he references me, he says CrossFit's media partner or something like that. And you guys watch the show. I don't have to let you guys know, but you clearly know that this podcast channel has been the most critical of HQ than anyone. I mean, we went through fucking years of fucking the Talking Elite Fitness crew and Woolie just cock chugging Rosa and Dawn. Do you remember that? And we still ask Pound HQ fucking all the time. But because we're all about the open, because we're multifaceted and deep creatures, it's not a, like I don't wish ill on Woolie. I was fucking so bummed when he lost his account. I wish zero ill will on him. I can fight with him all day and still fucking love the guy and be like, yeah, you do you, buddy. He's not doing anything to my kids. What do I care? You do you. But he's just full of shit, and he has all these fucking campaigns and lies, and he can tease and he can make fun of and he can do all this shit. But we do one little thing. We question whether he jerks off to Danny Spiegel. Totally fair question, right? And he goes on a full fucking psychopath fucking campaign, raging, suggesting that I sexualized him and Danny, and that and he keeps trying to, like, basically with his posts, he's trying to make it known to the world that I'm somehow affiliated with HQ, so that then HQ would feel pressure to separate themselves from me. Well, there's someone who I like in the space, and I know we have our differences, but I don't fuck with this person at all. And I'm just hearing all of this shit that they've been sending over to HQ, a new person. And boy, that is not going to play out well. Can I go public with this? Man, that sucks. All right. I just saw this. This is on the Real 7 podcast. Wow. Collab with Rich Froning. Crazy. Here we go.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, that's America's ass.
Your 4-time individual CrossFit Games champ.
That is America's ass.
Maybe Froning's dumper doesn't get enough. Maybe Froning's dumper doesn't get enough attention. I've never heard anyone talk about his dumper.
I think you look great, Cap. As far as I'm concerned, that's America's ass.
Your 4-time in.
Wow. Monster dumper on the champ. Wow. All right. Oh boy. Unfortunately, I do have a what's it called when you like something a lot you probably shouldn't like? I have a not an addiction. Unhealthy. Unfortunately, I have an unhealthy love for drama. What's the word? Guilty pleasure. Thank you. Guilty pleasure. Fetish. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, fetish, guilty pleasure. Vice, good, solid, guilty pleasure. Wow, you guys are. I was looking at being gay. I have an unhealthy desire to be gay. No, you're off there, Pat, but thank you for your contribution. Obsession. Unfortunately, me too. Yeah. Because there's this thing in the Bible, you're supposed to treat people the way you want to be treated. And it's like sometimes like I do things that probably like I wouldn't necessarily want done to me. I mean, shit happens to me every day. I wouldn't want necessarily done to me, but drama sluts, pizza, a good guess. Man. Let me see what's going on with these. I need to read this again. I can't even believe this is true. Oh, shit. It's never good to give people ultimatums. Just so you know, if you give people ultimatums, so if anyone ever gives you an ultimatum, you should know that probably you want to get away from those people. Ultimatums are really, really a telltale sign. Pat, do you agree with me? I'd like to get your input on that. You don't want to give anyone ultimatums. Like if you're dating a girl and she's like, hey, if you don't get a job and stop fucking around with this obsession you have with Dungeons and Dragons, you should probably like leave her. You should be like, no, I'm sticking with the Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, Pat agrees. Yeah. Ultimatums equal toxic relationships. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. This is if Taylor gets kicked off the CAC, it's go time. Hey, Matt, you are not you are very warm. But you're not over the target. But what you know what's funny is we've played that out many times. It's kind of like we put together these little think tanks where we sit around and then we're like, so if he does get kicked off the CAC, like where do we get? What do we do? Do we act cool? Do we go nuclear? Do we like? It's fun to play that out. It's so fun to play that out. That's the thing. In the choose your, I mean, it would be great, right? On one hand, it's like HQ's in kind of a weird spot, right? Because like, so there's clearly people complaining about Taylor being on the CAC, right? Clearly complaining. But those people who are complaining about being on the CAC, they fucking hate HQ with a passion. They attack HQ and they're the fucking generals of all these little fucking narcissists that fucking attack HQ. And Taylor has no fear defending anything he believes in. And so, well, you have these idiots everywhere out here in the fucking internet world that attack HQ, like, the Matt Chans, the Ben Bergerons, the John Wellborns, and the only people actually defending HQ are the people like Taylor, who will just fucking obliterate people. And so it's like, hey, you might not like the way this guy handles business, but you might not like Godzilla because every time he sneezes, it burns your house down, but he's your friend. And if anyone fucked with you, he'll fuck them up. And so, yeah, the CAC's great. I seriously don't think they're going to kick him off the CAC. But Taylor would never say, hey, if you guys kick me off the CAC, I'm going to blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work like that. Like no one in our group gives ultimatums or threats or any of that shit. And listen, look at this. Andrew Hiller and Hatfield are like tight. He went out and made a video with Hatfield. He likes Hatfield. He likes the fucking bunny man. He supports the shit out of him. I'm sure it's not the last piece we will see with Hiller and Hatfield. But yet Hiller can make a video on Hatfield and it's all good. Like, hey, these are no reps. He's not saying anything about his fucking mom. Pat Lang, thank you. Hiller, I counted like 8 reps that were bad, not a major penalty. That's because Andrew Hiller says that's because Austin isn't softer than a baby shit. Wow, a baby metaphor. No, another good guess. So it's behind the scenes or CAC. No. It's these fucking idiots, and it's these fucking idiots, the lab management crew. They think that they're going to give people ultimatums, and it's gonna just fuck them. Eventually, we're gonna open the floodgates, and it's gonna be just horrible for all their fucking athletes. Like everyone, there's gonna be fucking crazy, unfortunately, casualties and collateral damage. Hey, think of it this way. So, you give some what's a good example I can use without giving this away? You think that you're going to give someone an ultimatum to do something? Let's say I said this. Let's say I told Andrew, "Hey dude, you can't be Andrew Hiller. Hey dude, you can't be friends with me and with your wife. Alexis." And he's like, "Well, dude, it's a fucking double loss for you. I'd way rather be with her, and I don't fucking hang out with people who give me ultimatums, so fuck off. So I lose." That's what these fucking idiots are doing. They have I mean, you would think I was batshit crazy to try to get in between a fucking friend and his fucking chick, right? That's what these people are fucking doing. They're trying to get involved. Listen, being friends with Greg, I've had a fucking half dozen people over the 15 years try to get between me and Greg. It's crazy what happens to them. There's nothing even to defend. I just walk away and just watch them fucking get obliterated. You're going to get fucking obliterated. And all the people in your group, your friends and family, are going to suffer. What's that called? Self. You think you bring more value than you really do. Now listen, maybe there is a place for it. Maybe let's say I was just all day hanging out with fucking drug addicts all day. Like let's say my job made it so I had to hang out with drug addicts all day in their house and there were dirty needles everywhere. And my wife was like, "Hey man, I don't want you having that job. You're going to get pricked by one of those needles or something and bring home some disease to the kids or something." Like if there was some sort of valid, like imminent threat. Can you imagine if Austin Hatfield said to me, here, I'll tell you exactly what it's like. Can you imagine if I asked Austin Hatfield to come on the show tomorrow and he said, "No, I refuse to come on because you're friends with Hiller"? That's exactly it. Sorry, Austin, to drag you into this example. Austin did not say that to me, but just imagine that. Imagine if someone was going around the space doing that. "If you fuck with Hiller, I won't fuck with you." You are going to get butt fucked. And what sucks, the only thing, and you know what? You're like Hamas, dude. You're hiding because you represent so many athletes that we like. You're hiding in there with those athletes, and so that's the only thing protecting you. No one wants to talk shit about fucking Dallin Pepper or James Sprague or fucking do anything to fucking hurt their fucking income. Yeah, cancel culture's over, boys. Wait, where that not that one. Cancel culture's over, boys. Jeremy World, what if they like getting butt fucked? This particular incident is not Cooper Marsh and Jason Sinclair. This is someone else who just thinks it's really okay to give fucking ultimatums all the time, and it's all right. Back to the show as scheduled. How do I always end up in this CrossFit bullshit? It's a politics show. If you're going to watch CNN, make sure Scott Jennings is on the show. He's absolutely amazing. Scott Jennings, he's a regular on their show. He's like the token conservative dude, and he is so dope. He is absolutely amazing. I don't even know why they let him stay on so much, because he just destroys people every show. He makes them look so foolish.
Not about cutting money, right? It's not about spending. It's about shrinking government so that it'll be too small to stop Trump.
Why would the government stop Trump? Isn't he the head of the government? You're saying the government would be too small to stop Trump. If Trump's the president, why would the government be actively trying to stop him?
Because he is shredding the Constitution and creating an authoritarian dictatorship.
How is Trump shredding the Constitution?
My God, he's like.
I mean, seriously, do we have to give you a civics lesson that we have?
I don't know.
We put all power in the executive
How is
branch,
holding the
the legislative branch, the FBI. Now we're in control of the military, silencing media. This is what you do in a dictatorship.
Are you suggesting that the president is not the commander in chief of the military?
I am suggesting that the president is going to put in charge somebody who is going to contravene the Constitution.
Like who? What do you mean by that? The president is in charge of the military, is he not?
DOGE is not about cutting money, right? It's not about spending. It's about shrinking government so that it'll be too small to stop Trump.
Why would the government stop Trump? Isn't he the head of the government? You're saying the government would be too small to stop Trump. If Trump's the president, why would the government?
God, he's so good. What did someone say in here? He dismantles every leftist argument without breaking a sweat. Man, he's good. Man, he is so good. Patrick Clark. He's shredding the 14th Amendment and the Appropriations Clause. Can't deny that. I don't even know what you're talking about. Maybe I should look it up. I mean, that wasn't an accident that I called you Patrick Clark. It's smaller government, less expensive government. Yeah, it's like, how about just fucking no government? How about you just build our roads and make sure fucking we don't get robbed while we're fucking walking to get water? Yesterday I was in Newport Beach. I saw something I hadn't seen. It was probably it was late. It was like 9 or 10 o'clock, and I was on a phone call. I was actually talking to Dave. He was at the airport where was he? He was in Amsterdam. He was flying to France. And it was like 3 a.m. there, and he called. You know, like one of your friends calls, and you know it's like he's on some fucked up trip or something, so you just answer anyway. Like I didn't necessarily want to talk, but I'm like, and I called, and he's at the airport, so I'm like, okay, I'll talk to him. So I leave the house here at Newport Beach, unbelievably nice neighborhood. I walk outside, and I go for this long walk, and I go out to the main thoroughfare away from the beach. And I see a mass transit bus parked, and it has its lights on. It's at a bus stop. And you know, like when they're out of service, they have like that out of service going on, and it's just parked there. And there's like 6 people standing at the door of the bus stop, like clearly all friends, the way they're all facing each other. And I'm walking closer and closer to them, and it's a narrow sidewalk. I don't know if it's narrow. It's like 12 feet wide, and with the bus stop pole in the middle. And as I get closer to them, it's fucking 8 dudes masked. You know what I mean by masked? I don't mean like fucking COVID masks. I mean the beanies pulled over with just their eyes showing. I'm in Southern California. It's 85 degrees here today. The beach. I'm in short sleeves walking around, and there's 8 dudes with masks on. As I get closer to them, I can tell they're like Latins, and I'm just like, fuck. Did you call the cops? No, I wanted to. Just want to be like, there's brown people with masks. I walked by them. I didn't do that thing. You know, it's that thing like you don't want to make eye contact with them, but it's like, but you got to fucking make eye contact with them in case someone tries something stupid. And as I walked by, they stopped whatever they're doing and just stared at me. You know what I mean? Like, and like I'm touching them as I'm walking through them. What the fuck are these guys doing with masks on? I should have crossed the street. I should have done the Crip dance. Pool boy, I would have masturbated in front of them to make the moment equally uncomfortable for them. Oh. Fair. Anyway, CNN, Scott Jennings, go check it out. It's worth watching. If you ever go over there and he's on, make sure you watch. He's undefeated. Unfucking defeated. I went to the coffee shop here again. I've told you about the coffee shop here. When the owner's there, the owner's nice as shit. And that girl's there again. Oh, she was like, what? She was just like, what to me when I went in there with the boys. Yeah. And like, dude, the owner's right there. Yeah, but the owner was, oh, yeah, the manager was there. The lady doing the espresso machine. Older, pretty chunky lady, yeah. Like, dude, just treat me fucking nice. I just want good service. It's fucking Newport Beach. Look at me like you want to fuck me. That's the baseline. What? Oh, my wife said, would Jesus care? Probably not. Work on that. Thank you. You're so good to me. You always point me in the right direction. Maybe you're Jesus. Could Jesus come back as a woman? Holy shit. Holy shit. Could Jesus come back as a woman? What if my Jew wife is Jesus? Brady says no. Never mind. Fuck you. Stop giving me spiritual advice. All right, here we go. Black guy preaching to a room full of white people. You know this is going to be great. This guy's fucking amazing. Here we go.
So you do a magic trick? Here it is. New Chick-fil-A's opening up. How's it going to do? Of course it's going to do well. Chick-fil-A's the longest wait times in fast food. They close on Sundays, and I live in Atlanta. I'm going to tell you, all they do is print money. That's all they do is print money. I've been to Chick-fil-A's on the edge of the hood. I've been to Chick-fil-A's off of golf course communities with $8 million homes. I've been to Chick-fil-A staff by all white staff, all black staff, all Latino staff, all Ethiopian staff, all mixed staff. I've been to Chick-fil-A's when they have been dead slow. I've been to Chick-fil-A's when they got TSA ropes at lunchtime because it's so busy. The food is good. What's even better? All day.
The service. The service. What's even better than the food? The service.
Doesn't matter where you go. New school's open up. How's it going to do?
He said a new school's going to open up. How's it going to do?
And there's my magic trick. Because I showed these same damn slides 2 years ago to the same reaction. Dead silence. It's dead silent because I know what you want to know. You didn't ask where the Chick-fil-A was going to be located. You didn't ask what side of town. You didn't ask about its demographic and population, but that is all you thinking about here today. Educators. If there's a bunch of people who aren't educators thinking that way, that's one thing. We're educators. We're a room full of people that's $6 billion worth of degrees in here, and every one of us wondering where the school located, what's the neighborhood, on that side of town. This is the greatest mass trauma in education, baby. Cancel your tickets to the trauma trade show you've been going to. Trauma informed this, trauma of the month that. There's no bigger trauma than the fact that a room full of educators judge a school by everything except its educators.
Schools are judged by everything except their educators. Homeschool people. Homeschool people. You know, when I would go to Africa, and I spent a lot of time there, I would go to these classrooms. It would just be a wooden shack. There'd be these things, I guess you could call them desks. All the kids would sit at them. There's no bathroom. There's no electricity. And it was crazy. All the kids spoke the Queen's English. All the kids sat upright in their desks. I never saw any games of grab ass. I never saw any stupid shit. All the kids spoke great. Their math skills were great. Their reading was insane.
Sit with that.
Who is that? The Unfold Soul. I'm following this dude. I might need to have this dude on the podcast. Ken Williams, Chief Visionary Officer. Service. Manny C. Serrano, my brother Sevi. Come to Redondo Beach. Very nice town, people. Very, very, very nice town. To our Friday night lights tonight. CrossFit Feros. That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. Go to an affiliate? What time are you thinking? What time are you thinking? Tell me what time you're thinking. Hey, did Haley, did you go do the workout yet? Okay, and then I guess that's when I'll get the dumbbell. All right. Sevon, did your elbow ever end up getting better? It wasn't my elbow, it was my bicep, but it's weird. It has gotten better. It has gotten better. I snatched the 70-pound dumbbell a handful of times. It has gotten significantly better. Significantly. I mean, for a while I couldn't do anything with it. It's gotten significantly better. I haven't like really tested it out. I'm going to do the 50. I have to do the 50. Don't I have to do the 50? I think I have to do the 50. Sarah's bringing me over a 50. Please go live for the workout. Why? I'll just film it and post it. I'm not going live. I'm not going to scale. Listen, if I scale, here's the thing. Let's say I get to, I don't know, 12 burpees or, you know, something. And Wooly needs to be able to be like, hey, I doubled his score. I cannot scale. He has to be able, you know what I mean? He has to, like, it would be, he has to be able to say that. I have to give that to him. It can't be for, scaling's for other people. You will get ass pounded. I know. It's okay. I don't mind. Everyone knows that I have a little bit of fucking wanting to get ass pounded in me. I tried it with the 25 yesterday and it felt okay. I'll just do it really slow. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to just stop. I'm going to do a pause. I don't know if my phone's working. Travis, what's up, dude?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm great.
You have a sponsor for tomorrow now.
Oh, who? You?
Susan, though.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you were fucking awesome, dude. Thank you.
Let's do it.
That is really cool. You Vindicate, VNDK8.com. Anything we can do to help any promos tomorrow or anything you're doing during the show? Anything to push?
I might do something. We'll see.
All right.
Yesterday was awesome. We had big sales yesterday.
Oh.
You know, throw a discount out there. People go crazy.
Awesome. Congratulations. That makes me so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate the support.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Question, do we have a time?
We normally it's 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will confirm that with you when I get off the show. Let me check in with Taylor because we all revolve around him, and he's really busy with the CAC now. All sorts of meetings and shit.
Very busy.
Very busy with the CAC. So let me see if he'll put the CAC down. But I assume it's 8 a.m. I have to assume that.
Okay, cool. I gotta do this freaking open workout as well, so I'm trying to figure out the time.
All right. Hey, keep me posted on that. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you learn any tricks. Do you use the 50?
I'm capable of doing it, so I'm going to. It's gonna fuck up my right side because I have nerve damage on my right side, so my right side's super weak. So it's gonna be a shit show, but
But you're gonna do it. Yeah. Don't worry. It's gonna be a shit show for me too.
what how old are you?
I'm 52.
Oh yeah, you're still doing the heavyweight.
Yeah. I mean I have to. I mean like let me if I wasn't in this fucking stupid situation with Wooly, I would do it with the 25 because Sarah always brings me 25-pound dumbbells and I would just go to the beach and do it with the 25 and get all swole and think I'm cool. But I kind of have to do it with the 50.
Don't do it in the sand.
It's fine. It'll be hard packed sand. It's cool. It's my space. I'm gonna be happy there. All right.
I did a competition that had devil's presses on the beach, and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, I bet. I'll do it in a place where I'll do it where the sand is packed really hard. I'll do it close to the water. Yeah.
Shirtless.
No. All right. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for the sponsorship tomorrow for Kill Taylor. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Bye. That's awesome. Sevi, don't do it in the sand. Dude, you guys, it's not a big deal at all. I'm gonna go down there with my kids in a pair of shorts, barefoot. I mean, you know what I'm most concerned about is how I'm gonna get the 50 down to the beach because I got to walk a block this time. What'd you say? No, my wife wants me to go. My wife's going to do it now. She wants me to go with her to the gym. No, I'm doing it in my spot. I'm not going to slide all over the place. How would I slide? No, I'm not going to slide all over the place. Devesh Mahara. I bet you love getting your sand packed really hard. Dude, that's not. That doesn't even work. Ellie Turner out of the Mayhem Classic. Is that just posted recently? Yesterday, I went down to AOJ with my kids. That's the Art of Jiu-Jitsu. It's the premier Jiu-Jitsu facility in the United States of America. It is completely savage down there. World champions everywhere. Dudes cruising around, you know, I recognize from all over Instagram with 500,000 followers. Cauliflower ear everywhere. Just fucking it's kind of like it's crazy. UFC fighters, the whole fucking shebang. And I went down there and they have took my kids down there. $400 for my kids to take classes today and tomorrow. 2 kids. I just signed up 2 kids, $400. 2 hours yesterday and 2 hours today. And did you cry? I wanted to cry. It was kind of crazy. I was as nervous taking them there, David, as I was taking them to tournaments. I was more nervous taking them there. So there were 60, 70, 80 kids in this one section of the mats, and then it was split up into level 1, level 2, level 3. And it's not based on your belt, but it's based on aggression. So even the level 1 kids, there's a shitload of really like high belts in there for kids, and level 2, a lot of high belts, and then level 3 is, I guess, the most aggressive kids. And they asked my kids, how long have you been doing jiu-jitsu? And my kids are like 4 years, and they just threw them into the level 3. And I sat there and just watched my kids fight for 2 hours. They're prepping for a big tournament called the Los Angeles Open. So it was just shitloads of sparring. Man, and I was so glad. I was so glad when the class was over. It was so crazy. It was so good watching them just war with these kids. And it's good and it's cool because afterwards I call my it was awesome, Heidi. It was so cool. And then afterwards I called their instructor. I'm like, dude, you should be so proud. Your boys just like completely hold their own. They're scary. And I get to see how fucking absolutely savage and tough they are. And when these kids are fighting, like people are getting, like there's horrible shit that happens. Heels to the head, people getting kicked in the head, arm bars, fucking getting choked out, smothered. We're loving rebuking, and then I got to go again today. Today, I think I'll be a little more relaxed today. I'll still be stressed out. Parking lot's just full of rovers. Every dad there has tattoos and is juiced to the gills and has like all those TRT wrinkles in his forehead. Grandmas there that are like, look like Pam Anderson, big fake tits everywhere. It's quite the scene. It's quite the scene. All the kids are savages. Where the wealthy go to fight. Sevan, we are loving rebuking you. Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Rebuke. I don't know what rebuke means. R-E-B-U-K-E. Is it like to throw up? Puke? Rebuke? Express sharp disapproval or criticism before of their behavior or actions. Oh. What are you rebuking me about? Ken, you think 50-pound dumbbell and constantly pounding it and burpees into the sand, it's just going to keep the sand in place? No, there'll be a hole there. There will be, no, there won't be a hole there because it's a hang clean. It's fine. It's fine. Were Ellie's feelings hurt from Hiller saying she moves like shit? Oh, dude, she was devastated. You mean you're talking about those thrusters she did where not a single one of them counted? Justin isn't registered for the Open and has removed all mentions of CrossFit from his Instagram profile. Poor Justin. Man, he has gone down a fucked up path. Wooly had a failed podcast with Wad Prep called Scale and Bail. Wooly's kind of the new Craig Ritchie when he does those videos that are like 10 minutes long where he just talks to the camera and kind of doesn't say anything. Doesn't take a stand on anything. I like the way Hiller says it. He didn't say it about Willie in specific, but he's talked about people who just smear shit around. So imagine like your kitchen countertop is dirty, and instead of wiping it all off into the sink, you just smeared it around. That's what Willie does. Just smear, and Richie does. Just smear shit around. It says 2-time fittest on earth, but nothing about CrossFit. And WTF is tagged. Those lab management people are just steering these fucking people totally in the wrong direction. Shouldn't Dallin and Jason be able to straighten Justin out on their podcast? No. They probably don't have any like real talk like that. I'm guessing they don't do any real talk. That would require crazy vulnerability. No games athlete has the balls to criticize anyone. Well, let me tell you, Facundo went pretty hard in the Pedro White podcast, Coffee Pods and Wads. And Colton will fucking say anything. I don't think we're going to see Austin Hatfield be scared. Justin was washed up anyway. I know. Justin used to be cool as fuck. I know. He still is. He's just young and he needs Jesus. He needs Jesus. I might do the wad in the sand today just to annoy all the sand complainers. Let's do it. Oh, you mean like at the golf course? That'd be crazy, dude. Hey, I'm telling you, you guys, when I say sand, I'm kind of lying. It's going to be hard packed. I've worked out there a shitload. You guys saw that video where I was doing squats out there with the 50-pound dumbbell or the 25-pound dumbbells. It's hard. I'll go close to the water. I'll go where the sand is wet. I'll do the workout where it's wet. The outtrain is like the masks and quarantines and injection crowd, a sad mind virus that only hurts the host. Sad indeed, yeah. Cody Mansell, I can't believe the malinformation in here. Malinformation. Malinformation? Like about Mal, the CrossFit athlete? I think that might be Colin, I think that's like a woke word. Like when you can't actually say anything because you don't know the details, so you just say bad info. You know what I mean? Like misinformation. I think it means misinformation. I don't know what the fuck it means. Malinformation. Shit. Yeah, the only malinformation in here is when you guys rebuke me. Shit's bullshit. The Democrats keep talking about the Democrat pundits like Stephen A. Smith and Charlemagne the Tranny, James Carville. They keep saying how the Democrats need to take the pulse in the room and realize that they shouldn't be fighting about the transgender stuff because 80% of the people don't want boys and girls sports. And I hate it when they say that, because if they really believe that, they should stick by their guns. If they really want boys to be in girls sports, they should stick by their guns. Don't change for popularity reasons. Stick by your fucking guns. I hate it how they talk. They betray themselves by just basically, when they talk like that they're admitting that they have no values. How much affiliate money is Dave spending in Europe to wine and dine himself and the HQ team? Doge would have 86 that trip weeks ago and forced Dave to announce. Listen, he went to fucking Europe by himself. He flew fucking coach. And he signed a $50 million contract with fucking NATO to teach their soldiers how to do CrossFit. Would you ever affiliate your home gym so you would get CrossFit CEO shirts? Oh, that's interesting. What if I did a pre-sale for CrossFit CEO shirts, and if we hit $4,500 in profits, then I just use that money to affiliate? No, he doesn't have a bunch of guys with them. It's all the fucking European staff that live over there. He said he's got it, but no. What the fuck you're talking about? Oh, Dave's rads are ridiculous. I know. The thing is, Dave has huge feet, and then he wears those rads, and they're so narrow. He looks like he's cross-country skiing everywhere he goes. He looks fucking ridiculous. Someone was in my DMs telling me how fucked up my perspective is, and asked me if I hated Asians because I voted for Trump. Like, dude, Asians are the lowest on the protected class, even below white men. Are you fucking kidding me? The Dems fucking hate Asians. They hate blacks and they hide it, but they hate Asians and they don't hide it. Just like, fuck you.
The median income by ethnic group in America. I saw this report of the census data and thought it was really, really interesting, so I figured I'd make a video on it. Coming at number 9 are African Americans with a median income of $48,000. Number 8 are Native Americans with a median income of $54,000. Number 7 are Hispanic Americans with a median income of $57,000. Number 6 are White Americans with a median income of $75,000. Number 5, Korean Americans with $91,000. Number 4 are Japanese Americans with $94,000. Number 3, we're finally getting to the 6 figures with Chinese Americans at $102,000 a year. Number 2 are Filipino Americans with a median income of $109,000.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. Who do you think's number 1? That's easy. So who do you think's number 1? Who do you think's number 1 on the median income by ethnic group in America? Who do you think number 1 is? Okay, there we go. Devesh, just right off the bat. What are you doing? I make a lot of money selling Twinkies to the kids, the 7th and 8th grade kids. I sell so many Twinkies just at the liquor mart. Guess what their no, I think Jew daddies, they're lumped up. Jews are lumped up with Whitey, number 6. What do you think it is, their median income? You will never be able to guess. It fucking blew my fucking mind. It's a great question. How come African is one category, but we're splitting the Asians up? Great, dude. Great fucking point, Nick. Like Nigerians are like probably up there ahead of whites. Indians 110. Yeah, look at Devesh. There he goes. 150. 150.
$9,000 a year. And blowing everyone out of the water, it's not even close, are Indian Americans with a median income of $152,000. Honestly, these numbers were really, really interesting. But if you want to break the mold and actually beat any of these numbers, follow me.
Oh, okay. This guy can help you make even more money. 150. And then there's another clip here. I wonder what this one is. Okay. Let me show you now let me show you an Indian kid. This is an Indian kid. Aran I don't know what the fuck this kid's name is. Some Indian name. Aran Aryan Aran Shukla. I don't know what that flag is, but it's something Indian. It's like Pakistani or Indian. What flag is that? That orange, white, and green flag. Look at this shit. This shit will blow your brain. These are Indian kids.
For this Guinness World Records title attempt, Aaron's time starts as soon as he sees the first number and finishes when he inputs the total sum of all 100 numbers. He's using a software that randomly generates 100 4-digit numbers at a specified speed. In order to beat the minimum set for this record, he needs to complete one addition every 0.5 seconds.
Stop. Let's compare. 30 seconds, 0.900 milliseconds. Congratulations. Congratulations.
This fucking kid just added 100 4-digit numbers in 31 seconds. No wonder I don't make shit. Yo, Audium, what do those hands do? I mean, it's something, right? It's something. I mean, those hands are doing something. Yeah, there it is. Pool boy, yeah, but has he seen a pair of tits? That's a good question. Fair. I bet you the average Indian Uber driver is smarter than fucking 90% of the population. They'll stay out of politics. They won't go anywhere near politics. They just put their head down and grind. Stay in their group. Stay culturally relevant. Really strong communities. Loving families. Don't worry about the outside world. I call BS on that last video. I want to too, but I don't think so. I know that's how, I mean, yeah. Did you forget about Vivek Ramaswamy? I did. You've caught me. Rebuke me. Let's leave on a high note. You guys want to leave on a high note? Let's talk about the U.S. Army. The Army has just dropped their best recruitment ad in decades. So the Army's looks like it's pivoting away from woke. Thank God.
Just released a short new recruitment ad, stark comparison, where you've got an old Army recruitment ad. So we'll play them both. First, here's the old woke one.
Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched.
That's a typical childhood. Took ballet and played violin.
For equality.
Marched in fucking I hate black people parades.
I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age.
Freedom for kids to get sex change operations without telling their parents.
When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet. Eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom.
Here is the ad.
You have a fairly normal life. You had two moms.
Very short ad that's the Army just released.
This is the new ad.
Stronger people are harder to kill. So it's the simplest ad imaginable. It's also easily the best Army recruitment ad in like, I don't know, 20 years. The Army just released a short new.
Thank God. All right. Love you guys. What is today? Friday? I think I probably will try to do CrossFit Games update show tonight. I've seen better ads. Yeah, me too. Me too. But it's still good. Baby steps. Actually, that was a pretty big step. That's a pretty big turnaround. Tomorrow, Kill Taylor, 8 a.m. Sponsored by Vindicate, VNDK8.com. Make sure you go over there and get all your CEO gear. No Plan B shirts. Some motor T-Pogue who dopes steroids and gets to spend 2 hours a day in the gym. Yeah, that guy did look juiced to the gills, didn't he? Yeah, locker room drama tonight. Oh, yeah, let's go see what's good. Let me just see. Let me see. There should be, we should do a drama show. CrossFit Games update show drama. Where did you guys see that Ellie dropped out of the NorCal Classic? Is it on the NorCal Classic Instagram? Mike Sandona, the guy's a special forces guy. Oh, spin, barbell spin. Thank you. Of course, the fastest news in the biz. The spin. Victoria Campos takes Ellie Turner spot at Mayhem Classic. Oh, it's the Mayhem Classic she dropped out of. Ellie Turner's withdrawn from the Mayhem Classic. Victoria Campos, I think she signed the letter asking Dave to be fired, will be her backfill, her spot in the 20 athlete field. Okay. So we went from Ellie Turner to I wish Dave would get fired. Who's that chick next to her? Chick next to her is hot. Who the fuck is that? Did Ellie pull out because Rich said he's in and Ellie's out? Maybe. Does anyone know who this is? The girl with the like kind of like the boob window. Is that an Asian girl? Zoom in. I don't know. Didn't Dave offer Victoria Campos a seminar staff job on his interview with her before the games last year? Probably. All right. Damn, I need to start making those tops. Like just like the one that just goes to here so that like kind of like you can see the cleavage in the sports bra. Pretty cool. All right. Love you guys. I'll probably see you tonight. Have a good day.